thing for India and India-like markets. It's not only these markets, you have to look at the global trend as well. So,
I think electric mobility is one of the trends which is catching up globally, but that's basically based on 5 key social changes which are happening. One is global warming, second is urbanization, the third one is aging population and digitalization, and also the rising propensity of people to buy vehicles. So these are the 5 social megatrends which are impacting the mobility megatrend of, you can say, SS, autonomous connectivity, you can say. But considering the India context, I think where the affordability is a big factor. I think when you look at electrification, it's not only about electric vehicles, but electrification per se. Affordability is one of the key factors. The second factor is that connectivity is a must, and I think shared mobility is something which is coming up. And third is not only electric, but environment-friendly vehicles. It's going with the need of the hour for India, considering Indian conditions, because based on our, the raw material availability, the kind of resources we have, and also safe mobility. These are the key trends that captures our attention as far as mobility and the general trend moving forward.
of course, and what is also a technology agnostic key driver for Maruti one can be assured of is, of course, affordability. Affordable mobility is. So, considering that that is a core focus, can we expect when the first Maruti EV hits the market, or can we expect it to be the most affordable passenger vehicle, electric?
Sorry, I can't talk about future product plans, but I think we'll be starting with our next EV next year. It will be a good competitive electric vehicle in that particular segment.
Okay. And the journalist in me just tried it. Okay, thanks. On the other side, there are the technology providers who play a very key role, not only in electrification, but all the ACEs or ACE megatrends that are taking shape globally and India as well. So, DS, just wanted to get your thought on technology providers, the role of technology providers, and what kind of specific inputs or more focused inputs that you are required to give, and you yourself are also proactively developing when it comes to helping the OEM customers to develop solutions for emerging markets.
Sure. Thank you so much, Mantra and Asper Auto to have me here. Today we don't have a choice. The product development time is drastically reduced because the product life cycle itself is reduced. So people are using the products for a shorter duration and they're actually kind of letting go. So it's very important for us to ensure that we not only develop the products in a less amount of time, but it also lower the cost of the product. And the only way you can do is to implement technology and go digital. So what we need to do is we need to ensure that we work on a digital platform and try out all scenarios, simulate the complete design and engineering portfolio. And one of our design and engineering tagline was simulate reality and deliver certainty. Today we have technology, software and the hardware technology to ensure that we can simulate the realistic behavior. 25-30 years ago, we used to simulate for thermal condition, we used to simulate for structural condition, we used to simulate for fluid conditions, and then use our own factor of safety to arrive at the worst case design. But today we can actually simulate what is really happening in a realistic environment and deliver to a very certain value what is the deflection or what are the stresses at various points. So technology is already available. So it's our job to ensure that we do complete digital design and also digital manufacturing and try to get it right the first time. And once you get it right the first time, we need to deploy our quality solutions, our high accuracy CMM machines to measure the various parameters, the dimensional accuracy, to ensure to the customer that what you see in the digital world is not something which is just for a dream's sake, but we can actually implement this in the whole physical environment. So today we have technology to not only to design in the digital world, but also manufacture in the digital world, get it right the first time in the physical world and measure and ensure that your as designed, as manufactured, as measured can be one and the same. So everybody has to really adopt that, and we really see that adopting, especially in the EV startups environment, because we don't have a choice. Maybe the existing players will take they're already doing a lot of of implementing technology, but we see a lot of technology adoption right from the beginning, from a digital first perspective in the startup world. And there is, the whole suite is available, and people have to take advantage of it to get it right the first time, reduce the product development time, and reduce the product development cost as well.
Great. Here I would also now like to bring in the perspective of someone who is preparing to enter the industry, and with one would expect with a lot of innovative solutions. So Kaushik, you have had stints in well-established OEMs, and also, I mean, prior to this, you were part of Great Wall Motor, which kind of showcased its capabilities at the auto explain for whatever you know that things have not progressed as planned. But now, in your current role, tell us when it comes to designing products, designing vehicles for emerging markets, yeah, and in this era, young age industry where everything is undergoing a churn, in time mobility industry is undergoing a churn. So what are the challenges of developing these, designing and developing solutions for emerging markets in the new age industry, and how can those challenges be addressed for the project?
Well, there are challenges aplenty, but the top three which come to my mind are, the first thing is about the OEMs do not have much control over the supply chain when it comes to battery electric vehicles. That's one. Second, for a foreseeable future, most markets across the world, including India, is expected to be more of an ICE market than an EV market. So what that means is it has a tremendous cost pressure or profit pressure on the OEMs, while at the same time they have to provide the products to the consumers at a likable price for them to adopt. So that's the one of the biggest challenges. The second I consider is so when it comes to emerging markets, there is no one emerging market. This is something which I've come to understand. So while we can take learnings from China or a European country, or let's say even Indonesia, there are nuances which are different for India. So it has to be adopted to the consumers of India. And the third biggest challenge is EVs as a category, while they're emerging in any market, it goes through various phases of adoption. There are early buyers, then there are mass adopters, then there are laggards, etc., etc. The target customer keeps changing in all these phases. And so a company has to be very clear about what part of the market, who all they need to target. I don't think trying to grab everything is a good idea. Rather, having a focus to a certain customer segment and adopting to that, so needs a very deep understanding of the consumers, is our challenges. You see, in emerging market, let's say for India, it's as a vehicle we have kind of cracked it. It's not that we don't have vehicles suited to the emerging market. So our EV is different from the current vehicles. It has the EV bike, from an engineering point of view, has the option to provide more space inside because it does not have a higher overhang engine in the front. It has a flat floor. One can afford to have a flat floor that opens up a lot of layouting possibilities. But it is also heavier, mostly, which means to maintain the crash norms, it has to hold on, counter a higher momentum. So there are challenges like this, and I think ultimately it will come down to cost as well. And so in this sense, it is really a designer's delight for an EV, where a designer has much more flexibility while they're doing layouting or otherwise designing the whole vehicle. But